You know, it's almost difficult for me to even wrap my head around it. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is here. I'm seeing it tomorrow. I've been waiting years for this. The first Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse was one of the most remarkable and incredible surprises I ever had at the movie theater. I've talked about that a lot. I thought the movie was going to be terrible. It's like absolutely one of my favorite movies ever. And my anticipation for this new one has been off the chart. Now, we saw the first reactions for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse a couple weeks ago, and they were absolutely glowing. Now, I took that with a bit of salt, though, because sometimes we see that first reactions, they're limited to social media posts, which is like 140 characters. And when you only have a little blurb you can say about it, you tend to lean more towards saying your more positive thoughts. And then sometimes when the full reviews come out, those reviews can be a little bit more tempered. However, the full reviews for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse are now out, and we're seeing words like masterpiece, one of my favorite movies of all time, comparisons to sequels like The Dark Knight and Empire Strikes Back, and so on and so forth. Now, look, it's got big shoes to fill, because if we look back at the first Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, look at these numbers. A critical score of 97%, an audience score of 93%. Now, it didn't do as well at the box office as it fully deserved, but it made $384 million at the worldwide box office in its run. Not bad, I suppose. And more importantly, it went on to win the Academy Award for Best Animated Picture, and it really should have been nominated for Best Picture. In my opinion, only my opinion, it was the third best movie of 2018. So that's the table has been set with that first Into the Spider-Verse. What about Across the Spider-Verse? Well, as of this recording, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse has 50 reviews out, and it's holding a 95% critic rating. So right up there with the first one. But the actual commentary on it is being incredible. Check out some of these. RogerEbert.com writes, a smart, thrilling piece of work that reminded me of other great part twos like The Dark Knight and Empire Strikes Back. Not bad. William Bibiani, who you guys remember from the movie Trivia Schmodown. My great movie sense is tingling. I like that. Then the one negative review I've been able to find. The Daily Telegraph in the UK wrote, it gets drunk on itself, sometimes sad drunk, to the brink of a hangover, slurly outstaying its welcome. All right, so there's one. But then we get on to all the other ones. We Live Entertainment writes, somehow this incredible sequel has not only matched what that previous film delivered, but surpassed it. It's bursting with color, multiple animation styles, and a ton of innovation for the sake of deepening what can be done with comic book movies. The Arizona Republic writes, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is exhilarating, touching, creative, and a shoo-in for Best Animated Feature at the Academy Awards again this year. Awards Watch writes, in its truest sense, Spider-Man is about love, death, family, grief, and how all these pieces of life intersect when we're too young to have it all figured out yet. Oh, that's beautifully written. I like that. Looper writes, Sony Pictures Animation is 2/3 of the way to having one of the best movie trilogies of all time. I like that. Let me read that again. Sony Pictures Animation is 2/3 of the way to having one of the best movie trilogies of all time. Paste Magazine writes, the rare sequel where each frame has been crafted with the intention of wringing every bit of visual wonder and emotional impact that the animators, the performers, and the very medium itself can achieve. The Irish Times writes, continues that remarkable blend of knobbly humanity and fit-inducing visual invention to an even greater extent than the earlier film. Across the Spider-Verse, unlike the MCU adventures, plugs straight into the aesthetic of the comic book. We move on to The Verge, who writes, rather than using Miles to celebrate Marvel's 60-year-old Spider-Man mythos the way Into the Spider-Verse did, Across the Spider-Verse is more focused on artfully blowing the webhead's canon so wide open that it's hard to believe that you're watching it. Robert Butler III writes, Across the Spider-Verse will leave you excited for more Miles Morales-led Spider-Man movies and thrilled for the animation medium in general. Guys at the Movies writes, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse is a highly stylized extravaganza that improves on its predecessor. The Mary Sue wrote, now with Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, lightning has struck twice. DraftKings Nations, who I had no idea DraftKings did movie reviews. Across the Spider-Verse pokes fun, looks at its ethos with a critical eye, and elects to try to deviate from the script with the best character to do so. Mama's Geeky writes, more than worth the wait. This is the rare time a sequel surprises, she probably meant surpasses, the original, but both are perfect. A weaved web of stunning visuals, powerful and emotional moments, and laugh-out-loud humor across the Spider-Verse has done the impossible. And then Germaine Lucier, who we like over there at IO9, writes, a tour de force of filmmaking that transcends animation and will leave you heartbroken, breathless, and utterly dazzled. There's not much here not to like. If you are somebody like me who has been desperately waiting for and anticipating this movie, and again, I'm going to go see it tomorrow. You know, I wrote in our newsletter this morning, and by the way, we have a John Campea Show newsletter. You can look in our community tab. You'll find links to it. Go and subscribe to it today, and it'll go to your inbox every morning. But I wrote a little article in our newsletter this morning talking about how, as movie fans, we have this great gift of anticipation. Because we watch a movie and it's a great experience, but then it's over 2 hours later where the credits roll. But our anticipation for a movie can almost be equal to the joy that the movie itself gives, except the anticipation can last for months or weeks. And anyway, I am sitting here now filled with a glow of anticipation, waiting for this incredible movie to come out. I cannot wait to watch it myself.
Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of this video, Rocket Money. The average person has around 12 paid subscriptions. Think about that. If you think you're only subscribed to a handful of services, you might want to double check. With Rocket Money, you can quickly identify and cancel all of your unwanted subscriptions. Rocket Money, formerly known as Truebill, is a personal finance app that finds and cancels your unwanted subscriptions, monitor your spending, and helps you lower your bills all in one place. Rocket Money will quickly and easily identify your subscriptions for you so you can stop paying for the ones you don't want and don't even use. Simply find the subscription you don't want and press cancel, and Rocket Money will cancel it for you. No more long hold times with customer service or tedious emailing back and forth. Rocket Money makes canceling subscriptions as easy as the click of a button. My wife Ann and I moved out of Burbank 2 years ago, and one of the first things I discovered when I loaded up Rocket Money was that I was still paying for a gym membership I haven't even been to in Burbank in 2 years. So stop throwing away your money. Cancel unwanted subscriptions and manage your expenses the easy way by going to rocketmoney.com/Campea. That's rocketmoney.com/Campea. rocketmoney.com/Campea.
Anyway, guys, question is for you. What do you think about the reviews we are seeing for Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Maybe you loved the first movie as much as I did. Maybe you loved it more. Maybe you didn't like the first one. Where's your anticipation level been for this? Have you liked the trailers? Have you not liked the trailers? Have you been like me with an advent calendar counting down the days to Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse? Whatever you guys think about that, jump down into the comments section below and let me know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks a lot for watching our video. Make sure you click the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel. And by the way, we do the John Campea Show podcast every day, so go and subscribe to it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or whatever your favorite podcasting app of choice is.